Namaskar friends, welcome to Export Import Supply Chain and Custom. And today in the session we will understand type of LC and definitions. So this is the first session, okay, regarding the LC. So you can see on the screen commercial LC. First we will discuss about commercial LC. Okay, so we will understand the definition of the commercial LC. LC stand for the documentary credit. Okay, so documentary credit means behalf of the document credit can be done. Okay, just like you have seen some documents uh, uh, you bank provide us like so here the bank take the guarantee of the payments to the supplier. Okay, so this is a documentary credit because the behalf of the document bank release the payment to the supplier. The same LC become an export or import LC depending who use it. Okay, so this is the LC documentary credit which used for the import and export. So depend on that who is using this. The exporter will terms it as the exporter letter of credit, where importer will use as a importer letter of credit. Okay, so if you go to the next, this is the commercial is the first definition, commercial letter of credit, and second is a transferable letter of credit. Okay, so if you see this in the definition, a letter of credit that allow a beneficiary to further transfer are part of the payment to another supplier in the chain or any further beneficiary. So, for example, we are the supplier of the any any product like we export the shoes, okay, and for manufacturing these shoes we have buy some raw material from another supplier. Okay, so here we are the exporter and we are going to export some shoes to other country. So what we will say to the our uh, raw material supplier that we will make payment once we receive payment from the importer. Okay, so what we will do, we inform our importer to the open the transferable letter of credit. Okay, so here this letter can be transferred to the person who actually provided the raw material. Okay, so this called a letter of credit. This generally happens when the beneficiary is just an intermediary. Okay, middleman, just like middleman for the actual supplier. Such LC is allowed to beneficiary to provide its own document but transfer the money. Okay, so here we need to understand that the person who is informing to open the LC to the buyer is the authorized person. Okay, he actually he is sending to good to the importer, so he is authorized to take money, but by authentication by his person, he can transfer this money to the third person. Okay, now third number LC is untransferable LC. So we will discuss about the definition. A letter of credit that doesn't allow the transfer money to third parties. Okay, in this untransferable LC, the money cannot be transferred to the third party. Only the authenticate person, means that the in favor letter of credit is open, can get the money. The beneficiary is the only recipient of the money and cannot further use the letter of credit to pay anyone. Okay, so in this case, letter of credit cannot be transferred and the money cannot be transferred on behalf of that letter of credit to the third party. Only the person who will get money is the supplier. He is authorized in the name of favor the letter of credit is open. Okay, for example, we are going to export some goods. Okay, so we have not a surety of payment from the buyer. So in this case, what we will do, we say to our buyer that please open a letter of credit to in favor of us. So this mutual understanding between the buyer and seller, that what kind of letter of credit need to be open. Okay, so just letter of credit is open. Okay, so definitely supplier providing goods to the buyer. So in this case, letter of credit open in favor of the supplier only. Okay, now we will discuss about fourth kind of letter of credit, which is revocable LC. So revocable LC, an LC that issuing banks or buyer can alter any time without any notification to the seller beneficiary. Such type of letter of credit is not used frequently as beneficiaries not provide the any protection. Okay, so revocable LC is not good for the supplier favor. Okay, just like a issuing bank change any time. Okay, LTAS, we can say that any time and condition can be changed without information to the supplier. For example, we are the exporter. Okay, and we are going to export goods to other country. And in this case, what we have done, we inform to our buyer to open a LC in favor of us, favor of me. Okay, so what if we open the revocable LC, then what will happen? Buyer and buyer banks can be change any term and condition without information of the supplier. Okay, so in this case, this is not good for the supplier. So guys, we have understand some type of LC definition in this session. In the next session, we will cover some more definition of the letter of credit. So guys, thank you for watching the session. Have a nice day.